Those who know rule over those who don't know. Those who know always rule over those who don't know. That's why you have the rich always ruling over the poor. Why? Because of what they know. So, if you make that effort to know what the rich know, if you make that effort to know, understand what the wealthy understands, not just knowing them, but now your ability to now apply them, what will happen? You will get the same results they are getting. It will only take time, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You start seeing a drop of rain, you start seeing consistent result in your life because now you understand what they know. Look around you. Look around you, the world, like now you're listening to me. Look around. We have problems everywhere. Problems everywhere. People are complaining. And still, we still have few people that are solving that problem. Why? Because they know what I'm about to teach you. That's why I'm seriously focusing on the mindset. Remember, I told you there are three things that we should pay attention to. So I'm focusing on the mindset. And one of the things I want to help you achieve that at the end of this class, you should understand the first law of problem solving. See, who is the wealthiest man in the world? Now, who are they? Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jack Ma. The list goes businesses. So now ask yourself, what is very peculiar about all this rich people? What is happening? Not in your country, like on a larger scale, what is really happening? What do you think that is common around them? For me, I asked that question early in life and I started studying about it and I discovered that every one of them that I just mentioned their name is solving a problem. Check it. Check it. Every one of them is solving a problem. You're actually using their product in one way or the other. Are you talking about Apple phones? You're talking about Microsoft. It's the software you're using in your computer. You're talking about electric cars, Elon Musk. Every one of them, every one of them, every one of them is solving a problem. How do you think now they arrived at that point of solving problem? How do you think they arrived there? I'm going to help you. Now, they have 7 laws of problem solving. 7 laws. The number one law of problem solving, just follow me, is the law of substitution. Write it down. The law of what? Substitution. So, do you know that before the invention of tires, like the rubber tire you're using, do you know that they were using wood as tires then? Do you know what happened? Somebody was thinking, what else can we use? What else can we substitute to help us roll these carts very well, our vehicle very well, that can give us a better effect, a better feel? Before Henry Ford came on board, do you know that cars were very expensive? And Henry Ford asked a very important question. Let me say the questions. He said, let me say it again. And Henry Ford said, I'm going to read it. He said, how can I produce a car that is lesser in price and have the same quality I wanted. That was a man asking a question: how can I produce a car? Car then in his days was very expensive. It was something of the rich. A poor man cannot afford a car. So he asked himself, what else can I substitute? So he started his own. And here we have Ford Motors, one of the number one in the world. Now, the law of substitution is the first law of solving problems. Any problem at all, look around you. Look around you. What are you seeing? Maybe you're seeing your walls. You're seeing the paint in your wall. You're seeing the tiles. You're seeing your curtains. You're seeing your book. You're seeing your laptop. You're holding a phone. You are holding maybe a keg or a jug of water, maybe your fruit juice, or you're looking at your kitchen, or you're looking at your parlor, or you're sitting down on your on your chair now, and you're listening to me. What do you observe? I'm training you specifically for you to see problems. For you, once you understand the 7 laws of solving problems, once you go out there, you start seeing solutions to problems. You will not just join the cohort of people saying, complaining up and down. You start seeing problems, and you can now start seeing, I can actually solve this problem. So the first law of problem solving is the law of substitution. Now, when you ask yourself, okay, let me use an example. I'm wearing an earpod, and this is an earpod, an Oraimo earpod. Now, we have, before this earpod, what were we using? We're using an earpiece that has wire. Like, you can actually connect it to the phone. You must connect it to your phone before you can actually get the result you're looking for. But somebody woke up and said, what else can we substitute for this? What else can we substitute for this? Why do we have to even put a wire inside the phone? Why can't we just stand or keep our phone somewhere and walk around our room and we'll still enjoy what we're enjoying? Somebody thought about it. Even before the invention of canned water, we usually put water inside a cellophane bag and we tie it. But somebody stood up and said, what else can I substitute for this? And somebody produced a plastic can. Now, if you now look at the generation, how phones has the journey, both the Android phone. There was a time we had Nokia small phone, which was not Android. Android was not even in existence. So you can see how it grew from stage to stage. Someone was thinking, how else can I make this phone work? What else can I do? What can I substitute? I'm going to share with you some of the questions you have to ask yourself when you get to, now you're in your room or you're in your office and you're seeing, was this how the bulb was when Albert Einstein discovered it? No, it has been improved upon. A lot of improvements. Now, when you go out, you see a lot of chandelier, you see a lot of design. That's an improvement. Somebody substituted something for it, and you still get the same results. Now, when you look at your room, everywhere around you, whatever you're seeing is an advanced form of what was existing before. Somebody substituted it. Okay, I'm currently with my laptop. This was not how the laptop was. We had a very big mainframe before, and somebody like came and said, why are we operating on this big mainframe? What can we substitute? And they started bringing out chips and started producing softwares and started putting it. Now we have a laptop. Somebody was thinking. I'm trying to shift your mind so you understand that the first law of problem solving is the law of substitution. Now, there are questions you have to ask yourself. He said, what is an alternative substitute to a particular product? Now, anywhere you are, just calm down, write it. What is the particular substitute for what I'm holding? What else can I substitute? Start asking yourself that question. What else, what can I substitute? If you ask yourself, what else can I substitute? Okay, I'm holding this, or this thing is like this, or you go out there and start asking yourself, how can I make this thing better? What can I substitute for this? Is the first law of problem solving. You think substitution. If something is big, how can I make it smaller, less expensive, but affordable? That's how you came to something small like this. That's how you came to an earpod. That's how you came to a big mainframe computer becoming small, because people started looking for substitute, the alternative. So you ask yourself, what else can I substitute with what I have? Now, most of you are saying, I don't have anything. No, you're saying the wrong word. You said, what else can I substitute with what I have? Then you ask yourself, what do I have? God always gives you something. There is a deposit of resources in you. Whatever it might be in your kitchen, you have an oven. That is something. What are you expected to do? Go and learn how to bake. Start using it and start producing. You can have so many in the market. No, produce and go sell and get something for yourself. You staying in the house, ask yourself, what else can I do? What can I substitute? Why am I here? I told you something about Henry Ford, how he started. These men and women, they are thinking substitution. Substitution. And now we have arrangements that has been made that we are going to the moon to stay. Now it's not a reality that we can actually live there. It's an alternative, it's a substitution. Anything happens on earth now, if it's not cheaper as of that time, you have lesser people traveling. But if you have your money, you can actually travel. These are men that are thinking far, but in your own small cycle, what can you substitute that can even give you the results you're looking for? That's the question you ask yourself. Now, the third one is, what else is available? What else is available? You ask yourself that question. If you don't start asking yourself these questions, you're not going anywhere. That's the question you ask yourself. What else, what is available? That's number 3. Number 4, you said, is there another product or materials that will serve as an alternative? Is there another product or material that will serve as an alternative? Ask yourself what you're holding. Is there another product or material that will serve as an alternative? Check around you. Check those big products. How can you make them small? Check those big companies. You ask yourself, how can I help this company solve this problem? You actually email them, talk to them about what you want to do, and request to meet them. Write your propositions and everything. I can teach you that personally, but I'm trying to help shift your mindset, because if you don't ask the right questions, you have a 70% chance of missing it the first time. People fail because they fail to ask the right questions. They ask the wrong questions. People ask, what is happening to me? It's a question, but it's a wrong question. Why is my life like this? It's a question, but it's a wrong question. So the first law of problem solving is the law of substitution. The law of what? Substitution. What are you substituting? You ask yourself, what is the alternative? This product I'm having, what else can I do? I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Once you will not get it, you listen to it like 3 times. So you get these questions very well. Is there another product or material that will serve as an alternative to what I'm doing? Ask yourself that question. What can I substitute with what I have? Okay, now we had pen. It was not like this before. We had this ink you will put inside the ink container and use it to write. That was what they were using. But somebody woke up and said, okay, how can we make this effective? And started producing this. It's a substitute. That's how we are supposed to be thinking. So we can actually be very creative. Once you take note of all these things, it's the law of substitution. What do I say again? The law of substitution. Start thinking substitution. What is the alternative? How can I be the one to solve this problem? I'm going to be listing 5 questions that will help you think. Then I round up. 5 questions. I want you to bring your like be very ready to write. You ask yourself, what else can I use to replace or substitute this item I'm holding, these gifts I'm holding, or these numbers I'm operating on, or this product I'm holding, or the words I'm saying? What's the alternative, or the color, or these arts? Maybe you're an art person, or this music, or this food, or this idea. What is the substitute? You've been on this particular idea for a long time and you don't have a substitute, you don't have alternative. You say, is this one? What is the substitute of this book, of this website, of whatever it may be? Just think, sit down and think. That's the problem people are having. They don't think. If they sit down with a plain sheet of paper, and these questions are, I've just said one now from the 5 I said I would tell you, and think, they will produce results. They will produce results. Number 2, what's plan B? What are the other options I have? Ask yourself this question. Number 2, what are the other options I have? What are the other options I have? Write it down and start thinking about it. Number 3, what else is available? What else? What else is available? Start asking yourself that question. Do this thing I'm telling you. You're a high performer or whatever level you are, do it. You start seeing results. When you start asking yourself the right question, you start seeing results. What else is available? Number 4, is there another product, item, words, color, art that can give me the same results in lesser price? So if you're buying something for a very big price, think, okay, how can I make this better but in lesser price? People want something that is a little bit cheap. That's what Sam Walton used to have his advantage. He became the world richest man as of his time. Sam Walton. So ask yourself, that's number 5. Number 6, who else should I talk to? Who else? Who else should I talk to so I can get the results I'm looking for? Who else are you going to talk to so you can get the results you're looking for? Ask yourself that question. Who else? So number 7, what are my options? Write it down. What are my options? Number 8, where can I get materials to substitute for the current one? Then number 9, what are my alternatives? Once you put down these 9 things down, listen to this again. This is the first law of problem solving. Is the law of substitution. Go over these 9 questions very well. Sit down with a blank sheet of paper and you start seeing opportunities. Don't be afraid to make moves. Don't be afraid to make moves. If you're not clear, ask questions. I believe I'm adding value now to your life. Something is shifting for you, right? That's what I want. Stand up from where you are. You don't have any excuse. Seven laws of problem solving is about to hit you, and this is just one. And you are getting this much value. Don't just wait for the seven to complete. Start now. Start now. Start now. Start now. Don't be afraid. Do it, fail. Get up again, fail again, do it, fail. Just make sure you are not down. Seven laws of problem solving, and I'm just giving you one, and it's like this. Just calm down. Your thinking will change. Your thinking, your whole mindset will change. That's what I'm focusing on. So I can help you see opportunities, see what these men and women are seeing, and they are solving problems on a larger scale in your profession, in your field. Ask these questions. Ask them. I'm Henry Obikwere. Feel free to subscribe, share, and like my videos. And reach out to me wherever you need clarity or wherever you need assistance. I'm available to help you. The next one will be focusing on the second law, will be on the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Listen to it again and again and see your life change for good. Thank you.